I'm speaking to someone जिसको like Dawn 11 मुल्कों की जर्नलिस्ट ढूंढ रही है for an interview. Rajdeepak Das, CCO Publicis South Asia and Chairman Leo South Asia.
Thank
you for speaking to me, Raj.
Thank you, Neeta, for having me.
Now, Raj, you're leading an agency, Leo, which has managed to be India's top scorer agency at Cannes for the past 2 years. Now, in your Chak Day speech to your team, do you always say that, hat trick lana hai?
No, nothing. Let's see, I'll tell you, nothing like that. If it happens, it's nothing like it. If it not happens, it's nothing like it. Because, like the cricketers say, that captains always says, that the team played well. The team did a great job. No, I think it's been what do you call that? Great year. I think last year was a tougher year for the Cannes and everything. I think more than that, this year we have an amazing piece of work and everything that we have. I think finger crossed. If it happens, it's good.
Now, your boys have been doing well, and I remember you brought India the first innovation lines.
Yes.
And I mean,
oh my God, you remember? Yeah.
Last year you also won India's first drug-free and sustainable
development
goals.
Yeah.
Now, what is that one category which you have not been able to crack and which you're really eyeing this year at Cannes?
That's a very good one. I think there's no category left. Literally, I think it's titanium. But I think so. More than category, I think. I think I get jealous more. I think when I see people doing some good work, I say more than jealous, I think more humble when I see great work. And when I see don't winning in that category or winning in any category and why you win for, and just makes you feel, you know what, okay, I have not done these things right, or I wish I would have done the campaign bigger, or make more reach should happen, or maybe something wrong I've done, and I just come back gentle and humble, saying that get back to farming again.
But you've done very impactful campaigns, and not just ad campaigns, you've actually solved problems. And just to talk about the Gatorade one, that one last year, how are you making sure that it's amplified, and how are you taking it globally?
See, I think, Neeta, I'm lucky. I'm telling you, really lucky. Touch it. I have actually 2 great partners that I work with who actually make things happen. One is the people I work with, my team. Who I actually work for them, then they work for me actually, and they bully me a lot, all of them, right? So my creative team, my business team and servicing, that's amazing. They make sure that whatever idea that we sell, make sure that has to be in the scale, so it have to be something, is it impacting billion people's life? If the idea is that filter is always there for us. Are we creating work that's impacting people's life, and mostly billion people's life? That's why we have something called Impact a Billion. There's always say that, you know what I mean? And then we work with clients who have a similar problem to solve. And clients have vision, and I'm as creative as the client that I work with. For instance, for last year, when you're talking about Gatorade, it was Tarun Bhagat from PepsiCo. Amazing visionary guy, right? A duo. Not a thinking who's thinking, let's think more and everything. No, I think it's good, let's fucking make it happen. And that's the kind of attitude you need, people. And someone who get the right connection happen, and they just join the dots after that happening and says, okay, what we need more? We need more dropouts. Okay, that city needs more dropout. Okay, we got social media and right saying, can we drop it in Calcutta? Can we drop it in Delhi? So, and those things, then you actually give something to people when they can play with. They want in their ground. So, and that's it. You create something like Impact a Billion. Does it work in Bombay? Yes. Does it work in Calcutta? Yes. Does it work in Delhi? Yes. You know what? It'll work in Cairo. You know what? It'll work in Mexico City. It'll work in Rio. So we suddenly realize sometimes your idea is so big, you can't hold it. The people will take it and make it bigger, and that's good for us.
And that's happening, right?
That's happening.
Super. Let's also dive straight into Leo's entries this year at Cannes. Please take us through it.
Well, it's I think more than Leo's entries in Cannes, I'll tell you. So when you look back, how was the 1 year, from the last 1 year, from the June, I say it's the harvest season. The best thing is the harvest season. So harvest is over, then you start the new harvest. And I think what I'm proud about this year again, we have amazing piece of work on PepsiCo. We have for Gatorade, amazing piece of work for, not Gatorade, so Gatorade is going for effectiveness. Mountain Dew, new piece of Mountain Dew, which is amazing. Lay's for farming, again we made the farming as one of the biggest sustainable thing that we have been working with the farmers, working with PepsiCo, working with on the ground, what we can be done. So you will see something on Lay's farming coming out. There will be definitely things from P&G, Whisper. Again, long-term commitment. It's more than a word. It's personal commitment to make these things happen. Do the right thing. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been fighting for really long. You will be seeing work on Cathay. Again, amazing database media work. I think recently been winning a lot of places. Very simple work, but 1% budget, then all the other media companies, but doing amazingly well. You will be seeing a lot of work. You will be seeing actually a lot of work. I can go on and on about it, but these are the 4 I will love to talk about one by one if you want to hear about it.
We do want to hear, but maybe we can also do that for the print piece.
Print piece, okay.
Detail, yes. And we also have that little thing going, right? Whenever we put your story, your campaign on the cover of Impact, it ends up winning a gold. So we hope... Put
everything. Is it possible to put everything on it? I think, yes, Ghetto, you put it on the front page and it won a gold. I think Whisper also, you tried to do this exactly same thing. I think cricket also, 175. 175 also, you did the entire thing. I think, if you look at the history of the last 10 years, being going to be 11 years in Burnett, but we started, I think, 10 years back we started, and now in the last 3-4 years, we have changed the way we see things. Like the Impact a Billion being part of our life, is either it is Whisper, or 175 getting history back to country, or playground to the country. It's always, we have our purpose right. We know that what we are doing. So more than why we are doing, we know that what has to be done, and of course, if your dream, your vision towards it, will make things happen. And I like that recently Ajit Doval's line. He says nothing called right decision. The tough part is to make the decision right. And you know what I mean. It's not saying that Impact a Billion, but how we work backward to make sure that you work towards it to happen. The Impact a Billion. Does your work actually impact those things? Does deliver those things?
This is very interesting thing. Whenever I talk to creative heads about Cannes, they always say, we're not working towards Cannes. Awards are not important.
Yep.
Glory is not that important. I mean, we just want to work and awards just happen. But when in fact everybody loves awards.
Yes, of course.
So why is it so difficult to say that Cannes is a very important part of agency life?
I'm not saying no to that, Neeta. I'm not saying no to the it's not important and everything. I'm saying it's the by the way. You don't get up in the morning and says I'm going to win Cannes. You get up in the morning and says I'm going to impact a billion lives. And that's what I'm telling you. And by the way, we win Cannes. And every piece of work that I told you, all the 3, and this year also, either you will see the Mountain Dew work, again, amazing based on that. If you see the Lay's work, is based on that. If you see the Whisper work, is based on that. You know what I mean? Like, there is a vision. Like early days, Leo Burnett had on the humankind, if you remember that, right? Impacting people's life, and you start impacting one person's life, you're impacting million people's life, and if you think of impacting million people's life, you'll impact a billion people's life. I think somewhere that DNA stays with us all the time, and every piece of work, either you meet our leaders, you met the creative leaders, either it is Spiky or Sachin, Sonal, Praveen, the team from Apollo, Amitesh, Anirban, everyone who's come on the board also, they didn't know this is the vision. Everyone start thinking, he says, this is what we have to think towards it. You know what I mean? Are we doing that right? When you do that right, sometimes you'll win, sometimes you'll not win. I still remember when the Bajaj V happened. And the interesting story was, we all thought, like the India thought, it's not only Leo, everyone thought we're going to wipe out everything. And we got 14 or 10 shortlists, and we just got 1 bronze. And I was very upset in the Cannes. I remember I was literally upset, and I walked 15 kilometers and I didn't know how to come back. I had no money. I just had a headphone and phone. I'm not kidding. I'm looking at the other side of Cannes, not the other side of the Cannes, behind the Palais and everything. So this was a mountain. I don't know how to come back.
You could have gone with the Vikrant at that time.
Yeah. I wish I had. I came back, and I think next year we got a Black Lion for the effectiveness, right? But does not giving a medal makes the campaign smaller? Does the Vikram smaller? Does the reason why we did it smaller? No. And I think that day, I think it gave me a very big lesson. I remember I was very upset. I called my wife, and I was Resham and me were having a chat, and I says, babe, we didn't win it. And he says, do you think by not winning, the value of the campaign went down? By not winning, the people who bought the bike, their value went down because why they bought the bike. By not winning, do you think Rajiv Bajaj, who had a vision to listen to a vision and make it happen, that went down? I said, no, nothing went down. And I said, then why the hell that metal matters? If it wins, it's good. It doesn't mean it's fine.
True. That's what matters. Right.
You know, we had a good time. We had a fun time. Cannes is just 10 days or 5 days of fun. And trust me, when you win in Cannes, you've seen me in Cannes. You've never seen me got drunk and party. Oh, I'm winning it. Okay, it's win. It's good. Your fight is to that moment.
Right.
You know, you have given everything. You've given that moment. You've done a great job. I always say we have 4 things in our system: thinking a great idea, selling a great idea, executing a great idea, and packaging and telling the world what you have done a great idea is. And other 4 things doesn't matter after that. You really have done all these 4 things right? Yes, so 4 things right. Not that, that's good. Wait and watch.
No, you're a Cannes regular. Over the years, I would like to understand from you what have become India's strengths and where do we really lack till date? I think
I will. This is a very, very funny thing. I think so. A couple of years back, someone asked me the same thing, and very, very negative way. Says, "Do you think India is doing bad?" I says, "No, India is doing good. But what about the craft of India?" I said, "Really you want to say that when Vice was winning, when Cadbury's the data on the Shahrukh face was winning, and Whisper were winning, you're looking at craft. We had one of the best pieces of work." As a country, we produced that here. You know what I mean? And we are proud of those pieces of work. We are not Scandinavia. I'm sorry. We are not Japan. We are not America. We are not UK. We have a way of doing it. And do we show that to the world? Yes, we show that to the world. Can someone say it's not craft? It's not maybe a craft for your category, for your country, for your values. But for us, it matters a lot. Of course, if you look at art direction and everything, when you see it, there is a certain kind of aesthetic that that the global plate, we don't have that kind of aesthetic. We have a different kind of aesthetic that comes out with. Is it wrong? It's not wrong. It's our way of saying it's right. So I will not say it's wrong. I will say it's the how you see it, right? So I think India has been amazing in Cannes in the last 3 years. I think since 2022, I think we are in a good role as a country. Amazing. We are doing amazing well. Weakness, come on. What happened in the jury room? You can't predict that. You know, yeah, have you won titanium? Yes, we are a country to win titanium that year. We are winning SDG. Yes, we are winning innovations. Yeah, every year we are winning innovations. Are we winning glass? Yes. Data? Yes. What else category left for you? The coolest category, India is winning. What else we needed?
I know, film. We never crack film.
See, understand. That's how I understand. It's a good point, right? But also understand we have got films when the Nike happened. We had a film when the Times of India also happened. There is a different kind of story. Again, we have won films when we have told our story.
Okay.
Parallel journey. Nike parallel journey. Amazing way of how India, different people play cricket in a different way.
Crowdsourced very beautifully.
No. That is every yard count.
Yeah, that also.
That is also, exactly. Understand. That got a silver or bronze, I remember. Now, again, different part of India. Nakamuka.
Yeah.
That is one. A different side, a beautiful side of India was one, right? It's amazing. Like it's one of my favorite films, right? Now look at it. All this have won, and you can go. Happy did. Again, a very Indian story that you won. We have Indian as one story when we are very true to ourselves. When we are true to ourselves and we have highlighted that, we have won. Every time, trust me. And we have not never happened. We have celebrated ourselves and we have not won.
So, but tell me, how are we perceived on the global stage? Are we considered tough contenders today? Have we reached that level where everybody's scared of us?
Not scared. Scared is a wrong word to say. I think yes. Indian juries and Indian work is being looked upon. Like people will look up to those work and says, you know what, see what India is doing, or certain agency is doing, or certain brand is doing. Let's see how they are doing. It is, you can't. What do you call that? I'll name a couple of brands that I was talking to a couple of people from internationally. It says we look up to work for what's coming on the Lay's, for the next piece of Lay's coming out. What's Oreo doing? You know what Whisper is doing? What Cadbury is doing? Because those are the brand who has actually slowly got into the international market and says year after year been winning.
Consistent.
Yeah, and it is what Times of India was right for us for long, and now we will come back again. I know that. I know some work is coming out. Times of India. I'm very proud of those work. I think so. But again, you have to keep on doing great work day after day after day. Like I told, it's not about right decision and making really work to make the decision right. I think those 5-6 brands really work hard to make the decision right creatively, and they talk about it globally. They talk about it. It's not like we are on a blind spot. In Asia, we are very one of the strongest dominating here. I think Asia Pac, either it is AdFest or Spikes, you can't ignore India. I'm telling you, if there are 16 Grand Prix, out of it 5 or 6 will be Indian Grand Prix. You know what I mean? So you can't, yes, as globally also. You know what I mean? We have a point of view. It's, the days have gone.
Coming back to Leo, I think 2 significant changes have happened, and you know, we talk about how agency is all about people, partnerships. One, of course, I think a couple of years ago, Dheeraj moved on, and you had a new partner in Amitesh. And then on a global level, you know, with the merger of Leo and Publicis worldwide, I mean, you have Marco as your global counterpart. How have these changes really, you know, changed the agency, if at all?
I think first thing, change is amazing. You know, change is amazing. Like someone told me a very interesting thing. What take you from point A to point B? Don't have to take you from point B at point C. That thing will not work. You have to keep on changing. I think the great thing that's happened is in the last 1 year. Of course, the core team is the same. The core team is the same, which has been there either in Delhi, either in Bombay, in the business heads, and Bombay or Delhi. Everything is the same. The creative people who built this place in the last 10 years have not changed. You know what I mean? And so the minds are not changed. But we have actually got some new fresh perspective come into the system, which actually changes the entire thing for us. Because sometimes you are doing the same thing for so long that you think that is right. You know what I mean? You're just you know what I mean? You're just like dog, like chasing the tail, right? But when someone come from outside and says, can we do this thing? Can we figure out this thing? And see, Leo is a very much open agency, if you see that. Leo 10 years back from a TVC agency to turn into a creative agency to a solution agency. Now we are the creative solution agency, and most of our work is based on data or tech and everything. Like innovation, we talk about it, the first agency to win everything. Right? So we have changed ourselves a lot. So every time we are very open, it's someone is a new point of view and something. Because sometimes you live it so much that you forget it. So we have people come out from outside, like Amit is a very interesting, Anirban, again a very interesting point of view that we have and everything. Nitin Pradhan, who come back to Delhi and everything, again someone from outside, it's improved the craft amazingly well and everything. I think all these things actually is helping us better. That's internally, I'm telling you, amazing. Like last year, I'm telling you, last year was tough year because work was there, but I think work could be better. I'm very harsh on my work always. I'm like, the moment the work is happening, could be better. Damn, could be better. You know what I mean? But for me, this year when I see the work, I think so in the last 1 year, the work is amazing. You will see work coming out and see. You've seen Sevamed work. You've seen Cathay work out. You've seen the new Lays will see that. You've seen the Spotify work that's been out and everything. Constantly been happening. PepsiCo has been changed themselves also, the way they're working on it. You can see amazing changes happen. I think the last 1 year, and you look back and says, I think amazing. Some really great work has happened. And I will not lie to you. Last year we had good work, but I wish we had better work. Because we're waiting for a couple of pieces of work that came out this year. We waited really long. And so work was good. Now comes to Marco. I think one of the nicest creative person I've met. Sharp. Very few people I can message and that next thing, in 10 minutes I'll message saying, I will reply you back ASAP bro, give me some time. And the next he will be online with 5 people who had to try to solve your problem. I've never seen that. Like immediately the connection that happened. Because call this guy, call that guy, you got that planner you want, okay, you have this planner, you want that creative guy, you want this thing, what do you want this thing happening, okay, I'll get that coming for you. That thing we never, like, what do you call that, we missed it a lot. You know what I mean?
I haven't met Marco, but it looks like he matches your energy, right?
Yeah. He's more calmer, but at it. And I love it, you know, because it's our industry about your clients and your work and your people, and that's nothing else, right? And how you keep on improving your client's business, what you can do, and he's about that. He's the guy who created the Renault work. All the 3 years Renault, either it is Renault Village or it is Renault Airbnb or the car to work. How he's changing in the EV market. Think of it. The guy was working for last 3 years. See, I believe in people who doesn't one brand again and again making some amazing piece. That's him. That shows that guy believes in brands and how believe in creativity. You know what I mean? And you respect people who create those things, not just one, what do you call it, ululu. And he's a guy who has been doing some amazing piece of work, and that gives you the understanding, you know, when you call him, you know you are going to get some really good feedback. You know what I mean? And I think the first time I met him in Cannes. I think we were winning for Ghetto, or I think so 175, and I met him for the first time. He says, I congratulated him. He was came to me and says, like, amazing, humble guy. So I met him in New York, and it was amazing to see people who understand great work and where the future is moving forward. That's the most important part. It's not creativity, it's about clients and the businesses, how we take forward. I love that vibe.
So while you said change is good, I hope there is no change in your winning streak at Cannes. May you continue?
If that happened also, that's good. You know what I mean? Look at it, we almost lost the World Cup in, what do you call that, in India, and we got it back, so it's like that. It's good.
May you continue to win even more
Thank
medals.
you.
And that's the only change we would want to see, more medals.
More medals, yes, more medals. We'll try to do that,
But thank you so much for speaking to me, Raj.
Thank you.